Welcome, Pisces, to your weekly reading. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. It is for a week of April 19th. I hope you're all doing well, and Pisces, Venus as well. So, hope y'all doing well. I'm going to pull a major arcana for the energy for the week. I will end it with a card from the Oracle as your advice, and the reading will be done. Kind of taking a look at how the week progresses, challenge, unexpected, and what you don't see. So let's pull your major arcana for the week. Emperor, boy, this could be you trying to take control of a situation. It also could be someone trying to control you. It could be different depending on you. This is a collective reading, and keep that in mind too as we read. Take what resonates. So yeah, I'm curious because you could be, you could be like trying to find your inner emperor. Let's see what's going on. Let's get the cards moving and see if that emperor makes a little bit more sense. 3 cards. How does the week progress? The devil. Well, the devil. 3 of clarity in the middle of the week, which is like 3 of swords. And the wheel of that. Okay, so you may be dealing with an emperor. So an emperor could be a fire sign, but it also could be someone that's very controlling in the relationship or situation. It doesn't have to be a relationship. So let's see what's happening here. Okay. Unexpected is 8 of clarity, which is feeling stuck, not finding that way out. Challenge, 8 of wands. Interesting. And what is hidden or unseen during this period of time? 3 of wands. Yeah, you're not seeing what's really happening. Strength is at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there is something about control here, because I feel like with this 3 of wands, you're not seeing what's really happening here. Now, I do feel like you know what's happening, but you're either not, confronting it, or you're just, right now, you just really don't see it. Because with the devil, that's attachments. And I do feel like this could be an attachment. And that could be what the emperor is. You're either trying to take control of something where maybe you're feeling a little attached, or you're, yeah, and it could be a person. And the reason why I say it could be a person, sometimes the emperor shows up in readings as not a very nice person, as a control freak, someone that's trying to control the relationship, control you. It could be really obvious, or it could be very subtle, right? So it doesn't have to be like super obvious. And you might just now be learning about this recently. So you might be dealing with that. And the reason why I say that is because the 3 of swords does, yeah, in my deck, it's the 3 of clarity, but it does come up saying this. I feel like what happens with this devil card in the beginning of the week, you're going to have this realization of how you're attached to the situation or person. I feel like the 3 of clarity comes in, and you realize, it's the realization. It is sadness. It is like, this is not what I wanted. This isn't what I wanted. Now, this doesn't have to be a relationship, guys, because I don't see any other relationship cards. But there is something here where you're going, no, this is not the way I wanted it to turn out. This is not the way it's supposed to happen. You're disappointed and hurt by this devil card. So, but I do like the wheel at the end here, at the end of the week, because you'll know, like, you're headed where you're supposed to be headed. Your challenges is kind of getting there, because I feel like you're realizing you're a little more stuck than you thought you were. So what is this devil? What is this devil to our Pisces? Hermit. Okay, well, you might just be in a, I feel this. You might just be in a position where you're feeling like you don't belong, or like you're not getting out like you want to. You're kind of spending a lot of time, solitude time, which could mean that that devil is that attachment to the solitude. And you realize that what there's something more happening though. And that's there's a sadness, but it's not the sadness like a breakup or anything like that. It's a sadness of realizing what you have to do and what you haven't done to kind of release this stuff. The reason why I say that too, you've got the Eight of Swords or the Eight of Clarity and you're unexpected. So there is a feeling here of being stuck and it's making you very sad right now in the middle of the week. You get through this fine. You get through this fine with the wheel coming out, but there's going to be a piece where you're like, ah, shit. You know, it's a good shit. It's a good shit because it's like you realize what you need to do. So, yeah, let's clarify this Three of Swords or Three of Clarity more. The raccoon's taking care of you here too. Yeah, you know you have to make a decision, and you've made a decision that leads to temporary hurt, right? Two of Swords over here to the three. So yeah, you're definitely working through that. I think what's good is that wheel shows up and at the end of the week, which is in this case literally being headed in the right direction. You got three people walking towards the, you know, how the water is flowing, the wheel. It's taking them forward, taking them into the future. And you're headed there. And the cool thing is you're not alone. So I do feel like that's good too. Is like you'll have people behind your back. Now, no wonder the strength is showing up at the bottom of the deck there. Yep, there's that Hermit again. Yeah, you're leaving that at this point. This is what you're walking away from. This is what you're headed out of. It's kind of like a solitude feeling, but I feel like it's kind of there by choice to some degree, maybe not 100%, but you kind of been spending a lot of time alone by choice, and you're coming out of that. Let's take a look at this Eight of Swords. In this deck, I've always wanted, like, you need to have a way out, right? I think every hard card and every good card has the opposite to it, right? There can always be that. And there is a way out. You just can't see it. So that's where the Eight of Swords, in this case, Eight of Clarity, is um, you know, your thoughts, because you're not seeing how to get out. We can be in a situation where it's so overwhelming we can't see how to move away from it. Tell me more about this. And that's what this is. The Eight of Clarity here. A Hermit keeps coming up over and over and over again. Hold on one second. This happened in my Scorpio reading. They kept getting the Death card over and over. I want to see what sign this is. Hold on just a sec. Okay, well, that doesn't make as much sense because the Scorpio kept getting Death, and Death is Scorpio. This is actually a Virgo card. So, which is interesting. Um, but yeah, I think this is you not seeing your way out. Again, there is solitude happening here, but part of the solitude needs to be that way out. So I would just, you know, this is like, I feel like you may see yourself the way out. I think the Eight of Wands is your challenge, though. The Eight of Wands is that energy of moving ahead, moving out of this. And that's going to be your challenge. So this week's not going to be easy. I do like that it ends with the wheel, but keep that in mind this week that you might be feeling really stuck. Know that will not last forever. It's important that you know that. But it's also important that you continue to not stay in that I can't find a way out. There is a way out. That Eight of Wands tells us there's a way out. You're either choosing not to see it or you're blinded to it right now. You could be blinded to it because of this Devil card too. Keep that in mind. Tell me more about this Nine or Eight of Wands. Yeah, the Moon. This is exactly. You don't know. You're really unclear about how to move forward. So it's not only that you're not grabbing the new opportunity, you're struggling seeing how that fits and seeing, you know, there things just aren't like crystal clear to you yet. Like you really need more time, more information, more something. I don't know. But I like the Three of Wands. Even though you're not seeing this, things are coming together for you. And I think that's important for you to know that, because you might get a little distraught this week. Um, what is the Three of Wands telling us? Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Things are coming into balance. They're coming in to where you can handle it. It's just that you don't see it yet. Three of Wands is all about the ships coming in. Your work's paying off. The things that you're doing are paying off. It's just going to take a little time before you really see everything come together here, for you. Let's get your advice here, Pisces. Let's see. What is your advice? Let's make sure I have the right card up there. What is Pisces advice? This is the Enchanted Map Oracle. What is the advice for Pisces? Card saying, take me, take me. Heal the ouch. Yeah, heal the ouch is healing the hurt, right? So, what card is this? 38. Um, I used to know these cards really well, but I haven't used them in years. Um, they're one of the only oracle decks I really use. Forgiveness is the healer of the soul. So you need to forgive yourself, it sounds like here, or maybe there's someone you need to forgive. This is a time for great soothing of the heart, body, soul, and mind. As this card indicates that healing will be prevalent in your life now. If you feel drawn to study the healing arts, you'll be successful in developing your natural capacity to restore others to wellness. However, the message may be that you're being called to change your behaviors in order to heal the earth. Perhaps you'll switch to a cruelty-free diet, eating less meat, or perhaps you'll pay more attention to how much water or electricity you use. You're asked to be conscious of your footprint. I don't agree with this part because I think that this is more about healing yourself than healing the earth or even healing others. I mean, it could be like if your question was that, but in this instance, I think it's more about healing yourself. The Heal of the Ouch card may also be an indicator of old wounds and broken bonds being mended. Reconciliations are possible now. Let bygones be bygones. And I do feel like that could definitely be the case. But I think, honestly, I mean, I normally don't do this, but I really feel like it's more about healing yourself and you giving yourself permission to let go of this addiction attachment devil card and to be okay that you're sad about it, because when we release something, it's okay to be sad even if we're releasing something that was not serving us. It's still hard, it's still a separation, it's still okay to feel that. We got to feel it. So and I feel like that's what was going to happen. I feel like more importantly is focus on yourself and not so much on how others are perceiving you right now. If you need time away, take that time away. The Hermit card kept coming up. But I'd also say don't stay in solitude if that's what's hurting you as well. Sometimes solitude is super good, but sometimes not so much. So you're the only one that can determine that. So I hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Please hit that thumbs up button. Leave me a comment. Have a beautiful day.